even though they did.
You know what Interstellar actually gets, right?
Create a physics engine.
It's not the black hole
time
physics.
Dilation ended up giving us real
Even though they
insights.
invented a physics engine that gave us insights into how black holes actually look on camera.
The time dilation. It gives us this tangible sense of something we knew intellectually for decades. It's this. Your brain is lying to you about what you are. You think you're this logical, language-based, large language model type consciousness living in linear time. That voice in your head narrating everything, that's your language center trying to make sense of something way bigger. But you're not just that voice. You're this multi-dimensional thing experiencing reality, remembering every moment with every person you've ever met, consciously or subconsciously, that the words running in your head are just the surface of. Those gut feelings you have, that intuition that makes no logical sense but turns out to be right, it's not mystical nonsense. You literally have more neurons in your gut than a cat has in its entire brain. Here's where it shows up in Interstellar. And here's the Interstellar part. What if space-time itself is just a physics engine? Literally, the way scientist Kip Thorne made a physics engine in a computer to process calculations, numbers, information. What if space-time isn't just space-time is an emergent property? This 4D slice of something way more dimensional. In the movie, when Cooper enters the Tesseract and sees time as a physical dimension he can navigate, he suddenly understands. He can see all the moments at once. He can feel what his daughter needs across decades. That's what we're all doing every day, but we can't see it. We're just busy living it in the bookshelf, reading one page at a time. So let's talk about a truth. Nothing is truth. Everything is a lie, but those statements have equal weight. And that's what Interstellar is really about. It's not a movie about saving humanity. It's about a father who has to learn to see time the way his gut already felt. When Cooper's in that Tesseract, surrounded by all those moments of his daughter's life existing all at once, that's him finally seeing what his heart knew all along. The linear logical part of his brain that made him leave, that was the lie. The gut-wrenching feeling telling him that he needed to stay, that was the truth. His multidimensional consciousness already understood. We're all living in a universe with more dimensions than we can perceive. Feeling things our language brains can't explain. Your gut knows things across time that your thoughts haven't figured out yet. So don't trust the AI, don't trust the corporations, but maybe, trust that weird gut feeling you can't put into words. Trust that weird feeling that you can't put into words. Or those whispers that feel like voices. They're your own thoughts. I'm gonna let this video play while I lie, because this guy gets
tea. I bet you thought I was drinking tea, but this glass is empty. You see that? There was no tea in there. And this isn't my hand. These are my hands. That's not real at all. You see, you're being lied to. You're being lied to. I bet you thought this was me, but no, this is just a reflection. This was all taking place on a mirror. It was all a mirror. It was all a lie. And I bet you thought I was wearing pants. I'm not wearing pants. And this isn't even my voice. I dubbed this over in post-production. And you're being lied to. This is all taking place on a screen, and you are being lied to. You're being lied to.
This is a lie. I'm not talking to you right now. Your speaker's talking to you. Your computer's talking to you. Some data center is streaming bits at you, and your computer's figuring out what I said months or years ago. So this is true. I'm going to tell you some truth. But it's all going to be lies, because that's how truth works. We feel like truth is binary, like it's zeros and ones all over the place. But we know the entire world is made up of quantum stuff. The infinity that exists between 0 and 1. That's every day. 0 and 1, almost nothing's impossible. Nothing is 0. Alchemy used to say we can turn lead into gold. They were lying. Turns out you can. It just takes a lot of energy. Way too much energy. It's way easier to find gold. Almost nothing's impossible, but almost nothing is certain. There is no ones. Ones are a description of what's happened. The only thing that is one is what's happened. The one true timeline that you and I know, history itself. If you roll a dice, it's got 1 of 6 sides, or maybe 20 if you're really cool, and it picks a side, it lands a side, fate chooses a side, something happens. But until it happens, it's not 0 or 1. It's any one of those numbers, any imaginable number in between. Truth is not binary. It is quantum. Imagine we live in a future where everybody's birthday for all of history is based on when the mother went into the labor. I know it's a silly thought experiment, but Einstein would approve. He made an entire career based on just things where if you had the way you thought for 10 seconds, you realize something. Imagine Einstein's mother went into labor at 11 p.m. because he was born 2 months early, which is true. He was born at 11:30 a.m., which is true, according to all records. Ask any doctor with any experience with delivering babies 2 months early. Ask them how long that labor is. It's often more than 11 and a half hours. So, what's my point? Who cares what Einstein's birthday is? Lots of people. Let's do another imaginary scenario. Let's imagine your friend is on a game show in 100 years where this is true, where everybody has a birth time based on when their mother's water broke. And only doctors or specialists or students who have to study that every day know that, yeah, Einstein, for example, his mom went into labor at dinner time, and he was born the next day. He would be the most famous example of birth dates and how they use the time and how you have to be careful based on time zone, what time of the world, where the mother was, whether she was in orbit or moving near the speed of light or near a black hole. The point is that the politics and the world has been showing us that truth is really flexible. And people will just believe what they want. And if everything's possible, then nothing's not impossible, which means nothing's possible, which means everything's a lie. And it falls apart too. Infinite hope or infinite sorrow. It's like trying to mix quantum mechanics with general relativity.
What? What the fuck?
This is at the heart of all motivational stuff, because with so many things in life, this is at the heart of all motivational stuff, because with
Whether
so
you
many
think
things
you
in
can
life or cannot do something, whether you think you can or cannot do something, time and time again, time and time again, time and time again. Because it's two people thinking about the exact same
keeps
thing.
showing us that.
One who thinks they can
History
do it,
keeps showing us
one that thinks they
time
can't.
and time again.
For whatever reason,
History
they're
keeps
both right.
showing us that.
Almost always. History keeps showing us that
showing us
time
that
and time again. So, believe in yourself a little bit. Don't trust your AI pals. Don't trust the makers of your AI pals, because they're all rich white men. Some of them are Chinese and Taiwanese, I think. I don't know. He's still pretty white. He's got a white boy leather jacket. Japanese? Korean? I don't know. He's pretty white. Don't believe in corporations, don't believe in ads, don't believe in social media. Try to believe a little bit in what you want. And that's really hard. So go for a walk, be alone, call a loved one, figure out what you
Everything
want.
is a lie.
Because
Nothing is
nothing
true.
is true.
Everything is a lie.
Nothing
Everything
is
is a
true.
lie. Nothing is true.
Both those statements have equal weight.
Destroy the entire world?
I remember it well. What happened?
I believe we did.